Welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. As usual, let us start with the snippets. What is the first one here? Hong Kong jails 45 democracy advocates. There is one important word here. What is it? Advocates. Generally, when we think of the word advocate, what comes to our mind? A lawyer, an attorney, and also advocate. But advocate can be a noun, can be a verb. As a noun, it means what? Like a lawyer, advocate, attorney. But as a verb, someone who supports a particular idea. Advocates of democracy means supporters of democracy. In this context, it is a second meaning, not the first meaning. Good morning to all of you. Sorry for the delay. Let us see the second snippet. Paying huge cost for climate action, says India. Nothing to learn, simple words. 3 drug combos to control high BP. Combos, you all know that. Now it is the buzzword in the sense, wherever you go, you have the offers and you know the word combos, but otherwise simple words. A community on the margins. Let us take this one. Here there is something to learn. Towards mental health, a community on the margins, its hidden scars, realities of sex workers must be acknowledged. We have a few words here. First one is what? Community on the margins, one word. Hidden scars, another word. Realities of sex workers must be acknowledged, grammar point of view. So what is the meaning of the word margins here? On the margins, I always tell students, when we talk about people of a particular country, we have those who belong to the mainstream and those we have those who are not part of the mainstream. They are known as marginalized people, downtrodden people, underprivileged people, grassroots level people. These are the words. So here it talks about the same, marginalized community, its hidden scars. And one more grammar point of view, it is a possessive pronoun. What is the rule you have to recollect? Possessive pronouns never take an apostrophe. That you have to recollect. And scar, imagine I got a cut. For some time it is there. After some time it may get healed, but you see the mark, that is known as a scar. And anyone with a mark on the face, we say scar face. There's a movie also, English movie, Scarface. Coming to must be acknowledged, grammar point of view. Answer my question, is it active voice or passive voice? We must acknowledge something. Harry Potter also, okay. Must be acknowledged, it is in passive voice. Japan makes India earn its spot in final, simple words. What is the main headline? Maharashtra set to vote today in single phase. If you take state of Maharashtra, elections today, single phase. One time it's going to be over. All again simple words. Key Maoist leader killed in Karnataka. Panel probing Manipur conflict collects evidence. We have got this word many a time. Probing. Probing means what? Investigating. Passive voice. Very good, Murthy. He has a scar on his face. That is also right. And probing means what? Investigation. And one more word you have to focus on, evidence. Evidence, a simple word, many of you know. But sometimes what happens when a case has been filed, some people try to provide false evidence. Tell me the word for false evidence. Then we say alibi. A-L-I-B-I. How do you pronounce that? Alibi, not alibi. Alibi. False evidence. Yes. B-I. That you have to recollect. Desanayake to visit India mid-December, simple words. SEBI proposes stricter rules for SME IPOs, simple words. We have a beautiful pic over here. Today's haul. Haul has two different meanings. One meaning of haul, to pull something with a lot of force or to drag something. You pull something with a lot of force, that is called haul. One meaning. What is the other meaning of haul? Something large in quantity, either you got it through, you got it illegally, through not through proper channels, something large in quantity and acquired illegally. Then also we use the word haul. A man harvests water chestnuts. What are these? Water chestnuts from a pond on the outskirts of Jabalpur in Madhya Pradesh on Tuesday. Putin signs a new Russian nuclear doctrine, an important word. Doctrine. Doctrine means a philosophy, belief, conviction, religion. We use all these words. Doctrine, an important word you have to remember. Byron sends notice to 11 Manipur MLAs who skipped the meet. Means they did not attend the meet. So notice has been served. Because I have started a little late, I would like to stop here. I would like to go to the editorial, actual editorial. As usual, all these you are going to learn, get enriched. Let us go to editorial vocabulary. The very first one, vault. If you are a sports lover, I am sure many of you know pole vault. What is a pole vault? Imagine there's something here and there's a long pole. A person has to use that and go to the other side using the pole. So it is called pole vault. Are you aware of the, very good, Murli, before I could ask, you have come up with that expression. Exactly. But what is the meaning of the word vault here? To leap or rise suddenly and forcefully. Example, the AQI vaulted to hazardous levels, dangerous levels in just a few hours. Synonyms, leap, surge, jump, ascend. Antonyms, descend, fall, drop. Someone has written surge. Who is that? Very good. Again, Murli. I appreciate that. Next word, bugle for pandemonium. Have you heard of this any time? Please respond. We have got this for the first time. What is it? Bugle for pandemonium. Meaning a loud or noticeable signal that causes chaos or commotion. Pandemonium means a confused state. For a confused state, we use words like chaotic situation, chaotic, and also commotion. A group of people, they try to create noisy protest, that also we say commotion. Very important. I myself have seen this for the first time. I know the word pandemonium, but here there is an idiom. What is it? Bugle for pandemonium. You have to remember. The AQI crossing hazardous levels is often a bugle for pandemonium among authorities. Means some sort of chaotic situation among officials. Synonyms, alarm, wake-up call, harbinger, important word, of chaos. Harbinger means something that onsets something else. Calm, peace, order. Tip over. Trip over is different. Tip over is different. Both are different phrasal verbs. Tip over means to reach a point where a stable condition becomes unstable or worsens significantly. A particular situation is stable, but it goes and touches a particular point where a stable situation becomes unstable. Then we use tip over. Look at the example. Meteorological conditions tipped over the air quality from poor to hazardous. Initially poor, but some factor tipped over the situation from poor to hazardous. Means what? Dangerous. Synonyms, overturn, destabilize, collapse. Antonyms, stabilize, steady, balance. Simple words. Consternation. This is also an important word. Today's editorial is completely based on vocab. A lot of new words we have come across, familiar words, but many new words. Consternation, part of speech, noun. Feelings of anxiety or dismay. Dismay means shock, typically at something unexpected. Anxiety or dismay. Dismay, to my dismay, I found something. To my shock, I found something. Look at the example. The lack of government response created consternation among citizens. Means anxiety among citizens. Dismay, distress, worry, alarm. Antonyms: confidence, calm, reassurance, tranquility. Tranquil, we have got many a time. What are the other words that go with tranquil? Calm, peaceful, serene, placid, tranquil. All these words you have to recollect. Bandy, even this word we have got for the first time. So many new words. Bandy, have you heard of this any time? Please respond. Yes, little stars. Placid. Have you heard of this word? Bandy. To casually exchange, or it is a verb. To casually exchange or discuss ideas or information, often in a careless or uncritical way. You discuss something carelessly, then bandy. Oh, never heard. I myself have come across this word for the first time, to be candid with you people. What is the example? Politicians bandied, because it's a regular verb. Bandy, bandied, bandied. Politicians bandied figures about air quality without understanding the consequences. Synonyms: discuss, toss around, exchange, carelessly, that is important. Withhold, suppress, keep. Simple words. Lambast. This is also a new word, but I know this word. Lambast means what? To criticize severely. Criticize harshly or severely. Already last 1 week, since I think 4 or 5 days, for the last 4 or 5 days, we have been getting the word slam. Slam also means what? Criticize severely. But today a new word, same meaning, a different word. What is the word? It is lambast. The Supreme Court lambasted the authorities for their inaction on pollution. Means criticized severely, harshly. Synonyms: criticize, rebuke, chastise, scold. You can also think of the word reprimand. Oh. New words, yes. Praise, commend, compliment, approve. A lot of new words. Gumption, even this word we have got for the first time. Have you heard of this? Yes, Baba Yoga. Yaga, I suppose. New words. Gumption means what? Courage, initiative, or resourcefulness. Tackling pollution effectively requires gumption from both authorities and citizens. Courage. So initiative, determination, resourcefulness, all positive words. Indecision, laziness, timidity. Timid person, coward. Timid means a person who can be easily controlled, shy, timid, not brave, coward. So familiar words, but important words you have to remember. That's all about the words from the editorial, lot of new words. After the session, you have to spend some time, only then you can remember. Otherwise, not practically possible. Let us see what the stimulus is. A consistent response on air pollution responses in Delhi. You should understand, this is about air pollution in Delhi, and based on this air pollution in Delhi, the editorial says the response has to be consistent. What is the main idea? Air pollution in Delhi demands a serious, immediate response, consistent response. Serious, immediate response. Demands, calls for. What is the phrasal verb here? Call for. Call for something means what? The situation calls for, means the situation demands. It is all about air pollution in Delhi. Yesterday they published a pic, how it is in Delhi nowadays, and I read out that news item also. Today, an editorial has been written. And do remember, this is an important one. You may ask, sir, why? If you take pollution, anything related to environment, descriptive English you may get in essay writing, you may get in letter writing. Letter writing, they have given many a time, write about air pollution in your city. Very important, and that way this is an important editorial. And part of SLEEP's concept. Every year, the first instance of the air quality index, what do the letters stand for? Air quality index, AQI, vaulting to hazardous level, means rising to hazardous or dangerous levels, in Delhi is a bugle for pandemonium. Means what? A chaotic situation. Exactly. New student, I suppose. Very good, I appreciate. A bugle for pandemonium means what? A source for commotion, a chaotic situation, you can say. On Monday, November 18, 2024, official measurements reported an average AQI of 488, with some private stations reporting over 1000. Official measurements say 488, but unofficial 1000. There's so much difference, more than double. While all these stations do not follow a consistent reporting framework, what is unambiguous is that, what is clear is that, despite all the analysis of the causes of pollution in the national capital, there's a contrasting word, despite all the, whatever the factors, the political response and the crores invested in measurement and improvising technology fixes, the system is unable to contain episodes of severe pollution or when the AQI crosses 400. What do you understand? Right now, Delhiites have a problem. What is the problem of Delhiites? This problem, air pollution. And first the editor talks about what is the acceptable limit, presently what is the limit, public, official figures and private figures, and they have been spending a lot of money. In spite of that, something hasn't happened. It talks about the same thing. I will read from here, lengthy sentence. While all these stations do not follow a consistent reporting framework, what is unambiguous? Ambiguous means what? Vague, obscure, not clear. Unambiguous, something is crystal clear. What is unambiguous is that despite all the analysis of the causes of pollution in the national capital, despite all these, the political response and the crores invested in measurement and improvising technology fixes, the system is unable to contain episodes of severe pollution or when the AQI crosses 400. There is one important word here. Try to guess the meaning. Contain has two different meanings. One meaning, if someone brings a box, I may ask, what does it contain? Everyone knows this meaning. But here contain has a negative meaning. Contain here means, let me write the word contain as a verb. It means another meaning. What is it? Control. Contain something means control something. Here, unable to contain, unable to control episodes of severe pollution or when the AQI crosses 400. Despite what do we have? The technology and also investing money, they are not able to control, they are not able to contain. Official data suggests that, this is an important word. See here, data has been used as a plural of datum. Then we have to say suggest. But sometimes you may come across official data suggests. Then you should not get confused. Data is a plural of datum and here used that way. Data is also used as a collective noun. When it is used as a collective noun, we should add s or es to the verb. It can be official data suggest, It can also be official data suggests, don't get confused, that since 2016, they have only been 2 years. Whenever you see since or for, you have to think of two tenses. What are the two tenses? Present perfect tense, present perfect continuous. Here we have present perfect in active voice. There have only been 2 years when the number of severe days was in the single digits. Only twice 2 years they had single digits, otherwise double digits. The number, I told the other day also, there are two phrases, the number, a number. The number takes a singular verb, a number takes a plural verb. That you have to recollect. The number of 4 days, AQI over 200 in the same period has, the number has, singular verb. Has what? Declined from 200 in 2016 to 121 in 2024. Decline means to go down, with the worst yet to come for this year. The worst has to come, hasn't come yet. This further underlines, immediately you have to recollect another word. What is that word? F-A-R-T-H-E-R. Here F-U-R-T-H-E-R. F-A-R-T-H-E-R talks about the distance. Shimla is farther than Delhi from Bombay. Talks about distance. She has gone to the US for further studies. In addition, already a graduate, she wanted to become a postgraduate. In addition, here it talks about this further underlines that meteorological conditions will continue to play, future tense, an outsized role in tipping over the air quality in Delhi, making it unstable, from the concerning to the. If the air quality is not good, initially you are concerned, you have the concern, but it tips over. Then we use a word catastrophic. Catastrophe means what? A disaster, unfortunate incident, a mishap, a calamity. All these words you have to. Buffering, wait for a few seconds. It doesn't last for a long time. A few seconds. Have patience. It talks about something is going to play a role. What is going to play a role? Meteorological conditions will continue to play an outsized role in tipping over the air quality in Delhi, from the concerning to the catastrophic. Unlike, an important word. Like, unlike. You have to recollect an important rule. What is that rule? When we combine two subjects using expressions like, with, together with, along with, as well as, like, unlike, and not, and many more are there, the verb agrees with the first subject. Unlike from even 5 years ago, there is a wealth of publicly available analytical tools. 5 years ago, no tools to analyze air quality, but now we have a lot of tools to analyze air quality. Unlike from even 5 years ago, there is a wealth of publicly available analytical tools, private and public sources that can track, even at a daily level, the sources of pollution. Because of these advanced tools, today we can track levels of pollution on daily basis. That is not a big deal. We have the tools and the technology. Thus, a week back, stubble burning or farm fires from Punjab may have been a prominent source, but behind the latest spikes lie household sources and road dust. If you read carefully, the problem is air pollution. There are 3 sources for air pollution in Delhi. In the past, I also did a few editorials. Stubble burning, major cause. And here earlier, the writer talks about meteorological factors, second source. And the third source, household sources and road dust. Recent spike, what is the reason behind? Recent spike, increase, household and road dust. Household sources, road dust. However, despite such nuanced understanding, nuance means subtle, means slight. However, despite such nuanced understanding and the creation of empowered bodies such as the Commission for Air Quality Management, CAQM, which is tasked with coordinating a response involving not just Delhi but also surrounding states. There is no attempt, see, all these are in place, CAQM is in place, but in spite of all these, there is no attempt by the centre and the Delhi government to allay public consternation. There are two important words. We got this yesterday. Allay means what? Subtle, subtle. Nuanced means, I have already said that, I'll write here. Subtle. The letter B is silent. How do you pronounce this? S-U-B-T-L-E. Subtle. Means what? Slight. Nuances of something. Subtle changes. Subtle means slight. Allay means to remove the fears. Imagine some people have fears about something. I try to remove those fears. Then we use the word allay. It goes with fears, anxiety. And consternation means what? Anxiety, confused state, and also chaotic situation causes anxiety. Both central ministers in Delhi who are what is the reason for this situation? Both central ministers in Delhi who are responsible for the environment are away. This is something very important because, yes, we have got many a time. Usually people say, imagine someone is not in town. Many people say when they are asked the question, where is that person? They tend to say out of station. Out of station, Indian expression. A native speaker never says out of station. For that we have to say he has been away for a few days. Away. See, here it has been written. Both central ministers in Delhi who are responsible for the environment are away. Means they are not in town. Coordinating election work in Maharashtra and addressing the 29th Conference of Parties in Baku, respectively. The Delhi ministers cite faulty satellite data from Punjab. Cite means what? To quote. Delhi ministers cite faulty satellite data from Punjab to show that fires are down or bandy stopgap solutions such as cloud seeding. It is about what the ministers say. Cloud seeding is one thing and also stopgap solutions, an important. Stopgap solution means temporary solution for the time being, not a permanent solution. Next one. Continuation of that. The CAQM chooses not to engage except when it is getting lambasted. Means what? Scolded by the Supreme Court, reprimanded, rebuked by the Supreme Court of India, furthering the impression that it is a toothless body, an important expression. Toothless body, spineless person, toothless body, means no powers in a way. With a little independence or gumption. Gumption means courage. Little independence means no independence. It does not have any independence and it doesn't have the courage also. Addressing stubble burning, which is a problem only in mid-November, is easier than tackling road dust, which is a perennial problem all through the year. Delhi, I said three sources. One, stubble burning. Second, meteorological factors. Third, household and road dust. Here the writer says it is easy to tackle stubble burning, but when it comes to road dust, it's a perennial problem. Perennial means throughout the year, all through the year, forever. The air quality gains from road dust are significant but of limited. Immediate political gains. No political gain, so they don't focus on that. Perennial means forever, one meaning. Throughout the year, perennial means forever in this context. For the state to be seen as serious about tackling the crisis, it must consistently communicate its intent and rise above politics. No political gains, they don't try to focus. Based on that, the editorial says, I guess that is the last sentence. Yes. Based on that, the editorial says, for the state to be seen as serious about tackling the crisis, that is air pollution, it must consistently communicate its intention or intent and rise above politics. An important phrase you have to remember. Crisis singular, crisis plural. That's all about today's editorial. Let us go to the questions. And today I have brought a lot of exam topics, very useful. First, you answer questions based on comprehension skill. What is the primary tone of the editorial? Optimistic, critical, neutral, satirical. Satirical means in a way sarcastic. So what is the answer here? Critical, criticizing the officials, not showing consistent response. What is highlighted as a key factor exacerbating Delhi's air pollution during winter? Key factor: road dust, industrial emissions, meteorological conditions, vehicular emissions. Here clearly, please respond, then I will let you know. Not road dust. Key factor is meteorological conditions. Naveen has got it right, and who else? Raja Lakshmi also, Little Stars also. Meteorological conditions, key factor. You have to focus on the keywords. Key factor exacerbating Delhi's air pollution during winter, meteorological conditions. According to the editorial, which of the following sources contributed most to the recent spike in Delhi's pollution? A recent spike, recent increase, what is the source behind? Stubble burning, road dust and household emissions, clearly mentioned. Earlier stubble burning, but recent spike because of what? Because of road dust and household emissions. Which body is mentioned as responsible for coordinating air quality management across Delhi and neighboring states? It is not NGT, it is not CPCB. Commission for Air Quality Management, CAQM, easy to answer. Let us go to the last question. After that, we have nice questions today. I have brought so many questions based on exam topics. What criticism does the editorial level against the government authorities? Editorial tone critical. It has criticized government officials. What is the criticism? Lack of advanced pollution measurement tools? No. Inconsistent communication and political prioritization. No political gains, so they are not focusing. And no consistent response. It starts with consistent response. Based on that, answer is the second one, not this. Now we have, you can see here, exam topics, different exam topics. First one, pillars. Read the sentence, and I would like to reiterate, all the questions are based on yesterday's editorial. When we take this approach based on yesterday's editorial, today we have exam topics based questions, useful in a way you're practicing in the right, going in the right direction, and also you're getting a chance to consolidate. The government must focus on upgrading the neonatal, dilapidated hospitals, eerie hospitals, incendiary hospitals. What is the answer? Answer is not A. We are talking about in rural areas to improve healthcare delivery. It is not about a specific question about neonatal. It is about hospitals in rural areas, generally speaking. They are in dilapidated conditions. They have to upgrade. There is a clue for you. What is the clue? When something is not in a good shape, what do? You upgrade. Based on that answer is the second option. Bad condition, you have to upgrade. You have to read every word, respect every word. The chronic neglect of fire safety norms has created an situation in public hospitals requiring urgent reforms. What sort of situation? Insidious, neonatal, dilapidated, exacerbated. Yes. Question number 2, it is a first option. Insidious means what? Something that is harmful but spreading in a subtle way over a period of time. Insidious. Very important. Next one. Good that you guys got it right. Synonyms. Select the word that is closest in meaning to exacerbate. What is a synonym of exacerbate? Alleviate, mitigate, aggravate, improve. Alleviate, mitigate, positive words, improve a positive word. What is the answer? Aggravate. Make something worse. For that we also say don't aggravate the situation. Next one. Antonym. Which of the following is the opposite in meaning to impoverished? Impoverished, opposite you have to select. Worsen, you can say. Mention the question number. Impoverished means a lack something, dearth of something, shortage of something. Opposite should be a positive word. Destitute, negative word. Very poor. Dilapidated, negative word, not in good shape or condition. Insidious, again, slowly developing with harmful effects. What is the answer? Affluent or rich. Word usage, another exam topic. In which of the following sentences is the word neonatal used correctly? Neo means new and natal means birth, newly born. In which sentence it has been used properly? The neonatal unit treats premature babies requiring intensive care. The neonatal building, we don't say neonatal building. The neonatal debate, we don't use, wrong combinations. The neonatal project, not correct. So what is the answer here? A is the answer. The neonatal unit, you can say, treats premature babies requiring intensive care. Phrase replacement. Select the most appropriate replacement for the underlined phrase. The hospital's insidious state, after years of neglect, demanded immediate attention. This is a bit challenging. Very good. The hospitals, what sort of a state? After years of neglect, there is a clue here, neglect, demanded immediate attention. So, dilapidated state. Hospital is in a dilapidated state, means in bad shape. I appreciate all those. B is the answer. Bad condition, immediate action has to be taken. Error location. Identify the part of the sentence containing an error. The impoverished conditions in the hospital exacerbate the difficulties faced by patients. What is the answer? You have to read meticulously. Very good. Who is this? Sumant. Answer is no error. No error. The impoverished conditions where in the hospital, a phrase, exacerbate, conditions plural, exacerbate, make worse the difficulties faced by patients. Nothing wrong. The sentence is perfect, grammatically, contextually. Answer is the fifth option, no error. In which sentence is the word exacerbate used correctly? Word usage. The hospital's new fire safety measures will exacerbate. Why will they do that? They will improve. Mismanagement of funds is likely to exacerbate the existing infrastructure problems. Hold that one. The overcrowded NICU exacerbated hope among patients. We don't use with hope. Exacerbating is a new initiative for rebuilding public health infrastructure. No. What is the answer? Mismanagement of funds is likely to worsen the existing infrastructural problems. Yes. Jyotsna B. Nagajyoti also, very good. Naveen and Pawan Kumar. And also Sumant and Jyotsna. Very good, I appreciate. Let us go to the next one. Contextual error location. There is a new exam topic. Based on the context, you have to decide what is right, what is wrong. Identify the part of the sentence that requires correction. Despite the incendiary conditions of the hospital, no measures were taken to alleviate the overcrowding in the neonatal unit. Where is the error? No measures were taken to alleviate the overcrowding. Alleviate does not go with this context. What is the reason? Alleviate goes more with a problem, reducing the intensity of the problem. Here we are talking about overcrowding in the neonatal unit. Answer should be C. Very good, you guys got it right. And this is, you got to read carefully. Columns match the words in column A with their correct usage in column B. We have 4 words: incendiary, wager, neonatal, eerie. And 4 sentences accordingly. You have to decide which 2 sentences are correct, which 2 sentences are wrong. The editorial criticized the incendiary comments, inflammable comments, provoking comments, right? It is risky to wager, to bet on quick solutions. This is also right. The neonatality, no, we don't say natality. What is the word? Neonatal. The neonatal ward was overcrowded. There is an error here. The eerily, we don't use in the adverbial form here because already we have a noun. The eerie silence, we need an adjective form. The eerie silence after the tragedy was chilling. This is also wrong. So what is the answer? 1 and 2 are correct, 3 and 4 are wrong. That's all for today. I hope you find these questions useful because they are based on exam topics right now and based on yesterday's editorial. You're getting a chance to practice exam topics. You're getting a chance to practice whatever you learned yesterday. You're getting a chance to consolidate. That's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.